Indian nationalism. Growth of Indian nationalism. The second half of the 19th century saw the growth of nationalism in India. Causes of the rise of nationalism. Modern Indian nationalism was a reaction to the oppressive and exploitative nature of the British rule and the clash of interests of the Indian people with those of the British. The British introduced Western education in India. This created a small new class of English-educated Indians who would be leaders and organizers of a national movement. Western education also helped in the spread of new ideas like nationalism, democracy, and liberty, which motivated the Indians to struggle for freedom. The English language acted as a link language between various parts of the country. It fostered feelings of unity among the educated Indians. The British introduced roads, railways, and the post and telegraph system, which brought the people of India closer. The research carried out by Indologists about India's glorious past and rich heritage instilled in the Indians feelings of national pride. The vernacular press played a vital role in spreading modern ideas and creating national awareness. The British destroyed Indian industries and drained the country's wealth and followed discriminatory policies. This led to impoverishment of the masses, industrial decay, and grinding poverty. The discriminatory policies adopted by the British at the social, political, and economic level were greatly resented by the Indian intellectuals. All important positions in the administration were also reserved for the British. Lord Ripon approved of the Ilbert Bill, which allowed Indian judges to try Europeans accused of crimes. The violent reaction of the Europeans and the Anglo-Indians to the Ilbert Bill shocked the Indian nationalists. The bill had to be amended. This incident served as an eye-opener and drove home the urgent need to form an organized national body to protect the interest and dignity of the Indians. In 1883, Surendranath Banerjee held the Indian National Conference, and within 2 years, the Indian National Congress was born. Indian National Congress. The initiative to set up an all-India organization was taken up by Allan Octavian Hume, a retired British official of the civil service. He was supported by important nationalist Indian leaders. Allan Octavian Hume laid the foundation of the Indian National Congress in December 1885. The first session of the Congress was held in Bombay in 1885. The history of the Indian National Congress can be divided into 3 phases: moderate phase 1885 to 1905, radical phase 1905 to 18, Gandhian phase 1918 to 47. The moderates. The members of the Congress during the moderate phase belonged to the educated middle-class intellectual community. The important leaders during the moderate phase were Dadabhai Nauroji, Surendranath Banerjee, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale. The moderates wanted to remain under the British, but with proper participation of Indians in the government in the near future. The moderates presented their grievances to the government and waited patiently for them to take steps. The radicals. The transition in the national movement marked the beginning of the second phase of the national movement. It was known as extremist or radical phase, which was led by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, and Aurobindo Ghosh. The radicals had no faith in the constitutional methods of the moderates, which had failed to yield desired results. The radicals wanted immediate freedom. From a platform for debates, Congress transformed into a regiment of freedom fighters. Bal Gangadhar Tilak knew that the British would never concede to the demand for Swaraj without a struggle. A radical method of active opposition to the government would have to be adopted. The radicals realized Swaraj could be only achieved through a political, anti-government agitation and with the involvement and support of the masses. The British partitioned Bengal in 1905 in pursuance of their policy of divide and rule. After the partition of Bengal in 1905 by the British, the radicals adopted the methods of boycott, Swadeshi movement and national education to achieve the goal of Swaraj. The people were asked to boycott all British goods and use only Indian or Swadeshi goods. The radicals also saw through the evil designs of the British in dividing Bengal on communal lines. This was done to separate the Hindus from the Muslims and destroy the unity between them. The Muslim League. The Muslim League was established in December 1906 under the leadership of Nawab Salimullah Khan in Dhaka. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined the Muslim League in 1913. The Muslim League wanted to protect and promote the political rights of the Muslims. It also wanted to promote loyalty towards the British government. In 1906, it appealed to the Viceroy for separate electorates, that is, Muslim voters would elect Muslim representatives. Mahatma Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born in 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. He had studied law in England and spent 22 years in South Africa as a practicing lawyer. The racial discrimination and the humiliating conditions under which Indians lived in that country shocked and angered Gandhiji. He became a leader of a struggle against racial discrimination in South Africa. Gandhian methods. Satyagraha. During the struggle, Gandhiji evolved a technique called Satyagraha, which was later applied to the Indian national movement. Satyagraha was based on the twin principles of truth and non-violence. A satyagrahi was expected to follow peaceful methods under extreme provocation. He believed that non-violence could be used to resist armed attacks by the enemy. Non-cooperation. Gandhiji's non-violent methods of struggle in India consisted of non-cooperation with the British government. This included peaceful demonstration, defiance of unjust laws, boycott of British goods, the use of charkha and khadi to promote self-reliance, non-payment of oppressive taxes, mass movement. Gandhiji promoted Hindu-Muslim unity. Under his leadership, the Indian national movement was transformed into a mass movement. He championed the cause of the lower castes, whom he called Harijans. Gandhiji returned to India in 1915 and was involved in the national politics. During the World War years, Gandhiji encouraged Indians to support the British government in hope of getting home rule after the war. By 1919, Gandhiji had become the center stage of national politics and had become very popular among the masses.